Yeah. Hair flip. Yeah, I'm a badass bitch. I don't like it. Hair flip. Yeah. Oh my god. So you guys should be happy. Oh my goodness. Hair flip. But anyways, hair flip. And hair flipping on your toes. Hi.
Dababy recalls being molested by a grown woman at age 5. Trigger warning. A 9-month-old interview resurfaced of Dababy saying he was molested as a child when he was just 5 years old. The rapper recalled his experience while having drinks on Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast. The recollection unfolded as Dababy and the show's host discussed first-time sexual experiences and losing virginity. Co-host Gigi McGuire shared that she had a same-sex experience at age 11 that involved hunching. When the others brushed off her experience as child's play, McGuire said it was real, like we came. Then she affirmed that she knew it felt good. Around the 2.43-minute mark, the Bop on Broadway star added that he too experienced a loss of innocence at even a younger age, 4 or 5 years old. However, what he goes on to describe as a far cry from a loss of innocence and rather child sexual assault. His quote, "That bitch R. Kelly'd me. Come to think about it." To put it mildly, he explained that he and his siblings were latchkey kids, that his brothers occasionally had girls over when they had sex. He copied what they were doing. He told the host about an encounter with a 17 or 18-year-old female, wherein he was humping on her leg and licking and sucking on her titties. It was the 28-year-old rapper's first time sharing the story publicly.
And I lost my virginity when I was like 4, 5 years old.
You know what?
You was hunching at 4 or 5?
Yeah.
What? On what?
Like, never mind.
The babysitter?
Speak on it.
The babysitter?
No, like stuffed animal.
Nah, hell, fuck no.
Cushions.
I ain't no freak. I ain't no freak.
I had to stuff alligators.
Stuffed
animals.
But like I remember shit. Like I got like 2 older brothers and shit. So I remember like the older niggas from the neighborhood. They used to come to the crib. Like my mama worked 2 jobs. She get off her job and go work in another job. She wouldn't even be home. I mean, my brothers would come straight home from school. We little ass boys. You know what I mean? Yeah, they had this little girl and they had a girl, not a little girl. They was grown. My brother was the kid. My oldest brother was a kid. So I'm a kid.
Right.
I'm literally like 5 years old.
You literally did baby.
Yeah, for real. I'm like 5 years old. And yeah, you know, they ended up doing whatever they was doing. I was copying off them niggas.
You ain't know what you was
Humping
doing.
on
That's
the
crazy.
leg. You know what I mean? Sucking on the titties, that type shit.
And she was okay. That's so
Like
gross.
5 years old.
And how old was she?
Bitch R. Kelly me. When I think about it. You said what?
How old was she around?
She was grown. They look like they were grown.
That's so disgusting.
17,
No.
17, 18.
My
People do
first
some
time
crazy
sharing that
things.
on camera, yeah. So yeah, but I wouldn't call that losing my virginity.
You know where she is on
Hopefully
Facebook
not.
now?
Fuck no, it was
I'm
so
just
long
wondering.
ago. It was, oh shit.
We
It was
taking that bitch to
over
jail.
20 years ago. Find that bitch.
We about to interview her. Like, so you know that was wrong what you did.
Let
Like, I'm
that boy
fighting for
hump
my
on your leg and shit.
That's a crazy experience. So then after that, were you like off of it and took a, or were you still going?
What you mean?
Like, did you know what you were doing after that? Like,
I ain't know what I was doing then.
At a young age, were you still trying to
I knew
imitate
more
that?
than the average 5-year-old.
So when it
Yeah.
came time for you to actually have your first real sexual experience, and in this case lose your virginity,
Fuck,
you
and
knew what
no.
you was doing. You was
That's
going.
crazy.
You was at it.
Yeah, I had been practicing for years.
For your shot. How old were you when you did
I mean,
it
it's
for
different though. Like coming up, like when we came up, like it's different. That's all little niggas talking about. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like, so it was different.
What did they used to tell you to do? Like, what was your instructions before? Like the older guys, what did they tell you? Did they tell you not to eat pussy or did they tell you to eat pussy?
My uncle a freak.
So they told you to
He
eat the
used
pussy.
to say shit like, he used to have us saying shit like boner like you own her. And one day I said that shit to my mama. I asked her what that shit meant. She was mad as hell.
I bet she was.
I'm like, Uncle Larry. I'm telling you, I'm like 5 years old. 4, 5 years old. You feel me? Like, I'm like, Uncle Larry. That's why I'm so motherfucking wild. Like, the mixture of motherfuckers that like helped raise me. You know what I mean? Like, I took from a lot of people.
We blame Uncle Larry for that.
Yeah, that's my nigga.
That's why I feel like you got to be careful what you say around kids and do around
For
kids
sure.
and stuff like that. Because
sure.
they'll really keep running with that.
Right. Don't be sucking titties around no kid.
Not like even what you say though. My godfather used to have me saying she's a whore from when I was
Right.
like 7 years
And you
old. I
still
used to be
remember that
saying
shit.
that. Yeah, it used to be funny. So
Yeah,
we'd
you
be
be in the
running
supermarket.
around.
She's a whore.
My mother was tight because I spent the summer with like my godparents. I came home like she's a whore. She was like, "Where the
7?
fuck did you get that from?" She was sick. She was pissed.
Your
but
mom was like, and how did you know she's a whore?
"You're right, but
All right, now, first of all, we got to do a toast to you, Dababy. Congratulations, baby, on
Thank
your
you.
pride.
I feel that Angela Yee should be ashamed of herself. The other ladies on the podcast, they kind of brushed it off a little bit too, because it seems as if that conversation could have gotten very uncomfortable. But with Dababy feeling comfortable enough to open up about it, I just feel that within that moment, it should have been taken more seriously instead of a bunch of laughing and, kikiing to try to pass into the next topic or the next part of the conversation. I believe that Dababy kind of understood within this conversation, especially it being the first time he's ever stated anything about it, that he realized that there was a lot of wrongdoing in said situation, especially with him being so young and this older female being so much older than him. And then on top of that, you have enablers to where his family members enabled him into a situation to where he was sexually abused. And within this moment, I feel that he started to realize that. And I think Angela could have been very important in this moment by stating that, yeah, this was definitely wrong. It shouldn't have happened. And how do you feel, going that route versus to laughing and saying, hey, well, do you still know who she is? She ought to be locked up. This isn't a joking manner. And this is also why a lot of men do not take sexual assault seriously when it happens to them. They look at it as in, since I like females anyway, this is not a big deal. But if a man was the same age and was, doing the same thing to him, then obviously he would have looked at that as like a sexual abuse or a rape. But since it was a woman, something that he's interested in, he automatically justifies it as a favor that she did for him. And it's not a favor, it's sexual assault. That's something you should have never had to experience, especially at such a young and fragile age. So once again, Angela, you did not do a justice in the situation with helping this black man understand that what happened to him definitely shouldn't have happened. Laughing and kikiing is not showing the importance of this situation. So once again, shame on you, Angela Yee. You ought to truly be ashamed of yourself. And this does not help men, especially when if this was a female rapper sitting here the same age, stated that when she was 5 years old that she did certain things with older men, I think it would have been a different conversation. But since it's a man, it's kind of more so of like a, oh well, and it shouldn't be. This is the problem in the black community when it comes to sexual assault and sexual abuse. Some of them are instantly forgiven, especially when it has something to do with a woman and a man, and anything else is just unspeakable. Dababy has been into a lot of physical altercations, especially with fans, and I just don't understand how an artist is so willing to hurt the people that love them. It just doesn't make sense to me. But still, at the same time, Dababy got caught in an incident to where his bodyguard knocked out a female that was just trying to garnish Dababy's attention. And the bodyguard claims as if he did not know this person that he was assaulting was a female. Let's get into that clip and I'll come back with the rest of my commentary. Now, I'm not going to say that it's Dababy's fault that the security guard ended up physically assaulting the female fan that was trying to get his attention. But one thing I did pay attention to is how Dababy were pushing females as he was leaving the stage. If you don't like going through crowds to get out of, the area, then I think that you need to find a different route of exiting the stage instead of going through a bunch of people that love and admire you. If you don't care that they love and admire you, if you don't want to talk to them, if you don't want to be bothered with them, if they're not fans to you, if they're just a person that gives you money by supporting you and you could care less about that, then I feel like you should act like it. You should, do other things to make it so that you can avoid situations like this. Now, the bodyguard states that he did not know that this was a female that he had ended up assaulting. I call bull on that because it's clear as day. She had on a female tank top. She had on a female belt. She has breasts. It's clearly a female. When you see this lady laying on the ground, this is clearly a woman. And he didn't only hit her once. It seems as if from the camera angle that he hit her twice. It started with like a push or a mush to the face, and then he hit her. And in hitting her, she falls to the ground. And I don't believe she was knocked out within that moment. I believe she may have faded out and came right back in. But I think she was embarrassed, getting hit in the face in front of a crowd of people and, them just walking away like you're an animal, like you just don't matter. And you have all of these people surrounding you just so they can get a glimpse of your face, this embarrassment that you are going through within this moment, especially as a woman with all of these men basically standing around with their phones like, ooh, show your face, don't hide your face. It's like, how disgusting, she just got assaulted by a man and she didn't necessarily do anything, to be assaulted. If anything, you should have been checking on her and making sure that she was okay instead of trying to do something for the gram. It's very disgusting when people use someone's abuse or them being injured in a time frame and using that as content. It's not content. Of course, Dababy's bodyguard, whom is the one who assaulted the female, had to get some things off his chest about the situation. And I just have to say that I do not believe him. We have to stop bringing people that we grew up with or somebody that we know of just because they're a bigger person or taller that they can bodyguard for us. There are protocols and standards and a way of life of being a protector of another human being. So with them just bringing any and everybody around them just because they've known them for a little bit and says that this is my security, your security is not doing things properly. Your security is attacking people. Your security is beating people. That is not what you hired them for. You hired them to protect you, not to beat people upon approach. Approach does not mean that someone is coming to harm you. Approach could just be a person approaching you because they once again admire you. But let's get into what he had to say.
Last night, we in the crowd. We go in the crowd sometime and shit. I see a dude in the crowd wilding. Whatever, despite what y'all say, I see a dude, right? I see a dude wilding. I'm like, okay, he's wilding, but as long as he don't touch my artist, I'm cool. So I'm getting my artist out of here, right? Next thing I know, I see a nigga punch my artist in the back of the head. As you see in the video, a nigga punch my artist in the back of the head. So you can't just be punching people in the back of the head and expect nothing to happen to you. So I turn around, see who did it, and I put the person down, you know what I'm saying? So, and got up out of there. Fast forward to this morning. So this morning, I'm seeing in a comment like, you fucked up for knocking that girl. Like I typed back. I said, nigga, I ain't hit no girl last night. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? I ain't put my hands on no female, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Get your story right. Then I seen it again. I'm like, hold up, bro. Then I'm asking, like, was that a girl last night? They're like, nah, that wasn't no fucking girl. It was a dude. The nigga was big. Nigga had dreads. Like, that was a dude. But obviously, come to find out, that was a female. But at the end of the day, that female shouldn't have hit my artist, right? And you acting like a dude. So nigga, I don't know you a girl. Maybe if I turn around and seen it was an actual female, I would have pushed her or whatever the case is. But I'm seeing the dude when I turn around that punched my artist. So if the shit happened again like that, this gonna go the same exact way, bro. Like, and niggas know I've been bodyguarding for a while. I don't never advertise it till recently, but I've been doing it for a while and I never hit a girl, you know what I'm saying? I might have swatted some hands, smacked some hands down, or pushed some girls out the way, which is needed because they be more aggressive than the niggas. But I didn't know that was no girl. That's all I'm gonna say. I seen that girl for a whole time, wilding out. Never thought that was a girl. I thought it was a dude. Nigga was big and they had dreads. Like, if you go look, what I'm talking about. Niggas like, no, that's a girl. That's really a girl. She just looked like that. That's a girl. Well, how the fuck am I supposed to know that's a fucking girl? I see a nigga punch the baby in the back of the head. That's all I see. You know what I'm saying?
This next clip is Dababy once again coming to a club. He gets to this club. A male fan, as he sees Dababy, wants to take a picture with him. Once again, the same bodyguard that punched the female and knocked the female out attacks this man, physically assaults him just because he wanted a photograph with Dababy. He was not trying to attack him. He was not trying to assault him. He wasn't trying to do any of those things. He just wanted a picture. What's disgusting about this next clip, and we're not going to show the entire thing because it's just a lot of violence. What's disgusting about it is that Dababy watches. He also assists in these other men that are jumping this fan, literally beating him to a pulp. Like multiple people. We're all black. Why is it okay once again for all of this black on black violence? Like, it's not okay. So if Dababy is supposed to be for us, he stands for black men, you know, especially heterosexual ones. Why are you beating them? Why is it okay that you get to hurt these people that like you? These are fans. These are not enemies. But once again, Dababy allows his bodyguard to just beat this man, and they jump him. There are multiple people assaulting this man because he wanted a picture with Dababy. We're going to listen to all of the audio so that you can hear the bystanders say even to Dababy, why are you letting these men beat this man? He did nothing wrong.
Yo, baby. Yeah, right here. He already is. Yo, baby. Yo, take a picture with me real quick. Okay, bro. Told you. No, man. What the He's fucking him up. Yo.
Why are they letting him fuck him up like this? Yo, why are you guys letting him fuck him up like that? Yeah, we need to go.
So Dababy.
In this next clip, you're going to see Dababy in a club, leaving a club. And in the process of this, a fan, tries to get closer. I don't know if she tripped or, just had a little situation, in the process of trying to get closer to him to record him. But he ends up slapping her. And Dababy clearly sees that this is a woman. He says that all I saw was a phone and a flashlight. That's still not a reason to assault someone, especially if they're not literally assaulting you. It was a camera phone. You see that the phone is what touched you. It wasn't a fist, or anything like that. And that's what you have security for once again. You're not there to be beating up people when you feel that they're invading your space. Like you said, you are a celebrity. People are going to invade you. They like you. They want to be around you. They want you to know who they are. They want you to know how big of a fan that they are of you. It's not them trying to attack you, but that's how he takes everything. He takes everything as somebody trying to assault him when they're just trying to get a closer look of somebody that they once again admire. So let's get into this clip of Dababy slapping a female fan. So the victim states that she was not the one with the phone, meaning that the person that had the phone when Dababy went to attack was technically a male, but he attacked her, the person that was standing next to the person that did it, because he allegedly couldn't see, so he hit her instead. So she got hit once again for no reason at all that this woman deserved to be attacked by a man in the first place, let alone for no reason.
Sincerely apologize, I do. I'm very sorry that there was a female on the other end of that flashlight on that phone. But keep in mind, I couldn't see you because you got the flash this close to me, which is okay, it's no problem. A lot of people did. They didn't put it as close as you put it, but a lot of people had flash on me, and that's okay, that's what I sign up for. That's the risk I take when coming to, put on the show for my fans. It's dangerous, I'm blindsided. Cool, fuck it, I'm with that. But out of all them fans, how many people knew how to zoom in? Just zoom in instead of popping me in my motherfucking eye with the phone. So I do apologize. There was a female on the other end, but I think by this time, it's a well-known fact that, male or female, I would have responded the same exact way. You know what I mean? Of course, I had security with me in the club. They had they security and shit. But with me, I make security treat fans with respect. I don't like all that rah-rah shit that coming through. Move, watch out, knocking people out. Nah, you people paid to be here, we gotta respect them when we move through. You know what I mean? I just wish you would have gave me the same respect in return. You did not give me the same respect in return, baby. All you had to do was zoom in. Just zoom in. Ain't that easy. You can zoom in close enough to see a pimple on my face. You ain't do that. And I already can't see you. Then you, come on, baby. Why you do that? I apologize that it went the way it went. you know, but I just wish that you could have respected me the way I would have respected you. And I still got love for you. I love you. You can get flued out. I'll fly you out. You know, we can sit down, we can have an adult conversation. I would love to apologize to you in person. I can apologize publicly. If you don't prefer that, I can apologize privately. I got no problem with apologizing to you. My main thing is just bringing more awareness to shit like this to just keep it from happening in the future, male or female. You know, let's just try to, you know, conduct ourselves with respect others, and expect nothing less than respect in return, because that's what you deserve. You deserve to be respected. You see what I'm saying? You and me both. So, you know, let's just try to move gracefully, man, and keep in mind that a lot of actions, really every action, you know, has an equal or greater reaction. And that's just the way the world go. I would love to make the situation better any way I can. Feel free to reach out. If that ain't what you prefer to do, that's cool. However it get worked out, it get worked out. You know, God got me and he got you too. So don't you trip. You're gonna be just fine. You're gonna be just fine. And there's a lot of people hitting me, acting like they you. But it's too many of y'all. And remember, I still don't know what you look like because you had that phone in my face, so I don't know how to confirm who you is. The only way I'm gonna know how to do that is if, you know, you had them people. Hit my people, you know. But I love to make the situation better, you know, whoever you is. And remember, God got you. He got me too. Don't think you don't got me. God got you and me both, and you deserve respect. So respect others at all times. Please, just respect others. And I'm pretty sure that's what you're gonna get in return. I love you, all my female fans. I love y'all too. Y'all be good. I'm finna take a nap.
I don't know about you, but sitting here listening to Dababy allegedly apologize to the victim that he physically assaulted for no reason, it seems as if he's trying to blame her. It seems as if he's trying to make it seem as if she did something wrong. He keeps talking about the camera, and you could have zoomed in, you could have did that, you got to give me my space, you know, either way it go, whether it was a male or a female, I still would have did what I did. So that means that you're not sorry for anything that you did. And then on top of that, you keep telling her that she could have zoomed in and she could have did this and that. Once again, Dababy, she is not the one who had the phone, you idiot. Like, that's what he's such an idiot. Like, she did not have the phone. So you should have been talking to her. The apology should have been for her. She did not have the phone. So you should have just apologized. You're not talking to somebody that invaded your space. The person that invaded your space is not the person you assaulted. Like, oh my God. Like, so with him sitting here making her feel once again as if she did something wrong, it does not seem that this is a real apology. It's more so, I'm acknowledging that I hate you, but I'm not sorry for it because you shouldn't have been in my face with a phone. She wasn't. So why did you hit her, idiot? In this next clip, Dababy is at Gucci Mane's concert, and he couldn't get in the bar at first. Exactly what reason known, we don't really know. But he's very upset. He's irate outside, and there are bystanders, some black males, that are basically just like, you know, calm down, bro. You know, the situation is not as big as you're trying to make it. And Dababy was just so angry within that moment in time that he wanted to fight anybody. So he hits this black man in the face just because there is no specific reason. It was more so, and you can even hear the black man, he didn't want to fight Dababy. He was not trying to be confrontational. He was not trying to, you know, incite a fight or to get a rise out of him or anything like that. It was more so of a just, you know, calm down. You know, we all out here basically waiting to get inside of the bar. Like, if we chill, you can chill too. And since somebody was trying to more so of help him, it's like, maybe you're not in the right mind to where you're not thinking about your behavior right now, but we see it. So it's just like, you know, calm down, like not that big a deal. And he gets hit in the face for that. So once again, Dababy just attacking people.
I woke up, my head was hurting really, really bad, and like the top of my right cheekbone, it was like hurting, like it was tender. So I did go to the hospital, and I was diagnosed with a contusion to my cheekbone. He still makes a joke about it. Like yesterday, he uploaded something on his page in a clothing store making a joke about it. So I don't feel like, you know, he was sincere with the apology. I was embarrassed. You know, I got people calling me, writing me on Instagram, through fake pages, you know, people seeing me at my job, like saying, "Oh, you're the girl that you know got slapped." Like, it's embarrassing. My daughter waking up in the middle of the night crying, you know, overhearing me on the phone with my lawyer talking about the situation. Like, it's it's like it's hateful. We went upstairs on the stairway to take a picture at the picture booth by the stage, and I see security saying, "Move, move, everyone move out the way." And I was standing next to a young lady, and all of a sudden I turn around and I says to my boyfriend, I said, "There go the baby, he's coming through." So the young lady standing to the right of me, she pulled out her camera. She had on a blue long sleeve. It was like a rumple type. And I see her put her flash on her phone and reach up, but I'm not for sure if she hit him with the phone or I know the flash was on the phone. And all of a sudden he smacks me. And when he smacks me, I fall down onto her and somebody else. They did not offer me medical service. They gave me a hard time at first trying to even give me a police report. And I demanded that I was not going to leave without a police report because of the simple fact that I had witnesses showing it. Even the security that worked for the club told them that he witnessed me get slapped.
Everybody can go home. Hey, watch out. Back up, man. Back up. Back up. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Get me in the club, but don't talk to me, bro. I ain't got to touch you, bro. We all black brothers. I don't matter. You feel me? I don't give a fuck. I don't hold this. I don't give a fuck. It don't matter, right? You feel me? I don't give a fuck. Nigga, hold on. You got to remember who what skin color was, nigga. Watch out. Watch out. That way. That way, nigga. That way, nigga.
Dropped my book, my Bodyguard Lessons and Guides book. I dropped my book. I wrote this book. I spent a lot of nights of the quarantine up till 5 in the morning writing this book. So for people that want to get into the bodyguard business, security business, or looking to see how it is, or you want to hear some stories, the stories that y'all used to see me in, that what happened, explaining that shit, and you want some more knowledge just about bodyguard in general, I recommend you buy this book. It's a 3-part series. So it's 3 books in one. Alright? So swipe up or go to my site. I'm about to have a link to swipe up. Alright? Support a black brother trying to do good, man. And I'm giving out knowledge, man. I'm giving out real knowledge, bro. You read this book, you're gonna learn something. I don't give a damn what you say. Trust me.
I feel like Kane is the last person on earth that needs to be trying to give anybody advice, especially on trying to be something he has failed at time and time again. If he's going to write a book about a failed bodyguard, then I'm all for anybody buying it. He's going to write a book about what not to do as a bodyguard, I'm all for people buying it. But he is a horrible representation of a bodyguard. And not only that, he's not educated. How about you writing books and you can't even sell it verbally? What you're stating right now, if you read the book, you're definitely going to learn something. Like, what does that even mean? Like, what is this book going to be about? If it's about situations, say this is about my life as a bodyguard. If it's about a tutorial on how to not be, because you're not a real bodyguard. You're not certified. You didn't go to anywhere to get trained. You don't even have a license to carry a gun. You can't even do any of that. All you can do is use your hands. Like, that's the whole point. You're not an armed security. You're nobody to be speaking and trying to give anybody knowledge on anything. And then the whole situation, try to help a black man out, or, you know, when you see somebody black doing something good, you're not doing anything good. You're the same black man that's going around pulverizing black women and black men. You put somebody in a coma. What they did outside to that last male that we watched, there were multiple people harming that man, assaulting that man all at one time. He was beaten so badly that his life was at risk with him falling into a coma. And it is no exaggeration. If you see the entire video of them beating him, it gets really bad. Like, they're holding him over a metal post to where his ribs is like being lunged against it, to where it's just really bad. It's just not a good look. Anybody saying that will be terrified, especially if it's your loved one being assaulted by multiple men, 4 to 5 men assaulting your loved one. It's crazy. So for, once again, Kane to be trying to sell a book or talk anything and trying to prepare somebody for this field, for this profession, you're not the right, right message, wrong messenger. Like, no, you are a horrible representation for bodyguards all over the world. I would not even waste my time buying this book, opening it, anything, because it's all blasphemy. It's all lies, and it's out of proportion, exaggerated, and none of it is actually suitable for anyone to use as real information in going into the profession of being a bodyguard.